4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to What's the Dillies podcast, a podcast I created to bring the dance community closer together by bringing you behind the scenes and into the minds of my favorite dancers in hopes that can help you on your dance journey too. For today's guest, we have Ripping 603 Project Team, Break and Pop, and Auckland Breakers.
Yeah, let's
Daniel
go.
Jang, aka Simba. All right, welcome to the pod, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
So it's lunchtime right now. Daniel just made us a nice feed. We're gonna do a little bit of a mukbang while we're doing the podcast. So a bit different, but we hope you like it. All right, how are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing very good. What about you?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
we're
doing pretty good.
We had this conversation like a bit. But, yeah, so Daniel just finished the
graffiti workshop.
And I just finished going to the Auckland Art Gallery. If you do have time to check out the art gallery this month, it is pretty poppin'. It is pretty cool. I didn't expect it to be as cool as it is, but it's very, very entertaining. Sweet. So, a bit about Daniel.
A bit about me?
Yeah.
Alright. About my dancing?
Yeah, just introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Daniel. I'm 23 years old. Like Andy said, do a bit of breaking, and right now I'm currently studying graphic design.
Dope. Cool thing about Daniel is the first time I met him was at Fist Fury.
Is it?
Yeah, that was the first time I ever met you, I think.
True.
Yeah, bro.
It's the ferry, what? Like the
very first
in
one.
Auckland?
Yeah, the very first one in Auckland. I'm not sure if it was the very first one, but
the one next to the one down. Was it the one downstairs or was it the one where
I think downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
And they can't record it and shit. You couldn't record and it was pretty dark.
Was the one where you won the 7 to smoke?
Nah, I didn't want the 7
Oh, did you not?
Nah, I entered it, but we got smoked. That day it was like
Oh, you won the 7 to smoke?
Acorn.
Hey.
Yeah, it was 7 to smoke. We got invited, and then he rolled us 7, pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. G.
Wow.
We got rolled that day, but it's all good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Does he still break today?
I think he's breaking, but I don't know.
Where is he located?
He's located at Christchurch, I think.
Oh, Vuzzy.
Yeah.
Fuck, no wonder.
But I think he's still training. I haven't seen anyone, I haven't seen him train in the internet or something. So I'm not too sure.
Oh, Vuzzy.
Yeah, should be training though.
Nah, but first time I saw this dude at 7 to smoke, I honestly didn't think he was much. Oh fuck, that's a bit trash to say. But the first time I saw this dude, right, cause Daniel in person, he's just fuck, you're short, but you're kind of built, bro. You're a bit built.
Sure.
Yeah, so I was so when he came in first, I was like, oh, yo, so you're just another Asian dude that break dances, nothing new.
Yeah.
But then, bro, he was killing it. I was like, oh shit.
Was that the one where Jam Fam came through?
I can't even remember, bro. I just remember it was the one where Siju got kicked in the nuts.
Oh yeah, no, that was that day. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, appreciate it, G. But I didn't know that you thought it was trash.
Yeah, bro. No, I don't think you were trash, but when I first saw you, I was like, I just thought you were just just the same, just another break dancer. But then he came out with so much style, and I was like, damn.
Yo, shot G, appreciate it.
Yo,
fuck around. That was the first time. I thought I met you a long time ago.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
We hanged out and oh no, we didn't.
No.
Nah.
Because when did you join project team?
I joined project team first year uni, so that was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's I didn't meet you then. It's crazy, eh? Damn. So you thought it was true?
Nah, you're all good, bro. Okay. He's actually the reason why I got back into breakdancing now.
Yo.
So I actually wouldn't be breakdancing today if it wasn't for this dude, and I'll tell you why, right? Because I kind of lost that flair for bboying ages ago. Yeah. Because I did it when I first started, right? But I was only doing power, and I lost I was doing power moves, but then I was at that point where to get different types of power, like halos and the more advanced stuff, it was gonna be a big jump, and I wasn't I didn't have that motivation to get it.
I think that's for everyone though. Everyone starts with power, It's just the most you think you get the ladies, but really you don't. And that's when after
Are you sure?
I did again. I mean, I didn't get any.
Yeah.
But like, I think after your power, you get kind of bored of it because you're doing the same shit.
Yeah.
And then you kind of practice like footwork and stuff, and then you kind of go back into halos. Like that's how I did it. Because I started off with like flares as well. We probably did like the same things when we were like starting off, you know. And then after a while, I was just like, oh yeah, it's pretty boring. Like you're doing the same thing, and not getting any girls, you know.
But that's my motivation to start breakdancing.
Yeah, of course. That's everybody's, you know.
But I was like, you'll see.
Yeah. If it's not okay, if that's not your reason, then you're not a true breaker.
Yo,
it's just facts. Yeah, facts.
Not true, because I'm this dude, right? Like, because you were out of the game. No, actually, why am I telling the story? Yo, let's take us through your dance journey. Why did you start breaking? When did you start?
Okay.
Fuck, my bad, bro.
That's all good.
Do you want to eat while we do, or?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go eat that shit. Say less. It's a bit soggy now, but it is what it is. So my journey started like 9 years ago, 8 years ago. Like I said, I started off at church, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, because I wanted to please this girl at church. That's how I started.
Bro, you're a player, bro.
And to be honest, everyone had like a talent. Like everyone had like knew how to play a guitar or the drums. And I'm just this Asian kid got no talent. And then I was just like, oh, flip. And then we went to this like
Did you ever try playing instruments, or did you just?
Nah, I have, but like I wasn't as good as them. And I didn't want to be like, I wanted to like kind of be like different. I didn't want to like follow like whatever they're doing. But then like, so we had this dance competition going on. So no one knew how to dance, but there was this guy who said, oh, check this out. And it was like Battle of the Year footage. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. That's like when I first was breaking.
Yep.
And so 4 of us started breaking first. And then we all practiced individual like power moves. Everyone practiced power moves because, you know, it gets the girls.
Yeah.
Like, so one got windmill, I was practicing flares.
Really?
Other people were practicing swipes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool that you guys all learned like different types of power moves instead of like all trying to learn the same.
Exactly.
Oh man, funny.
Yeah, and then but also my brother was there too. So my brother was doing it too. He was learning windmills, but the funny thing is I was practicing flares. Yeah. And then my brother was practicing windmills. So when he was practicing windmills, I was just practicing with him because, like, you know, might as well practice something else too. Yeah. And then I just ended up getting it faster than him, but I was practicing flares. So when I got windmills before him, he was like, yo, fuck this. I'm not gonna dance anymore. I'm not gonna break anymore. Or I'm not even gonna do power moves anymore. So he kept it. And so, like, the other 2 kept it as well at the end.
Damn. That's messed up.
So it's just like me. And then I just carried on, and like there was this one guy at high school at Auckland Grammar. There's not that much like dances there.
You went to Auckland Grammar? Damn, bro.
But there's not that much dances there, you know. It's not like Manuel High School where like everyone's dancing, or like
true.
Or like one third of the people can dance. Like I just went to Auckland Boys, like it's pretty academic and like sports. So I just went there, and it's just like, fuck, no one's dancing, and then like no one's doing anything creative or anything. So I was just like, oh fuck, what do I do? But luckily there was this one dude who he pretty much quit too at the end, but like he was there with me maybe like 2 years. So we went to this, you know, YMCA. Have you heard of YMCA? And so that was like the breaking spot when I was starting off. So we're pretty scared to go in because like we didn't know anyone. We're from high school, and then we just like to break. And we're just going into this random ass place that we thought would be dope, but we're scared as. Yeah. So we went, but then like I think that was a good idea because like, you know, that's how we found the community, and like that's where I saw like Buddha, Copper, YT, like all the breakers that maybe not even in the scene now, but they used to be back in the scene. So, but yeah, it was good. So 9 years, a whole journey far out. After that, man, I don't know.
So like, you know, in high school at Auckland Boys Grammar, because there weren't like as many people like dancing there or just being creative in general, did that affect you training, or like did you just train anyway?
I mean, now that I think about it, I wish I went to a school like Manuel or like just anywhere that has like more creative people. Because I used to live out west, and I was about to go to Liston College or like Waitakere College, somewhere around there. And then there's people who like, I don't know, it's not really academic based, it's more creativity based. Like they do like other things than Auckland Grammar. But now that I think about it, I wish I went to a school like that. Like, because I don't know. I think I would have pushed it more. Like I didn't. It's not saying I didn't push when I was in Auckland Grammar. I felt like I pushed, but I reckon with like the right people and stuff, people and right dancers and stuff, I think I would have. Maybe I got a little bit more better, or maybe like not even stuck with breaking. Like maybe I just stuck with breaking because that was the only thing I could do, and that was the only like pathway I found. But if I was in other school, I might have like done something else.
Do you kind of look back and, or do you regret it a bit, like that you didn't diversify, or are you happy that like you stuck with breaking?
That's a good question there. I don't know. Like I think. I'm happy that I stuck with breaking because, like, nowadays I feel like I don't want to be, like, average at, like, a lot of styles.
Yeah.
But then, like, maybe that's just me. But because, like, I see Happy Feet, he does all the styles, but he's pretty dope at everything, you know? Like, he's got his foundations. Well, I think he got his foundations down for most of the styles.
Same.
I don't know. Like, I don't think I regret it, but I think I wished I dabbled upon some other things though. Like, like say if I did breaking, I wish I dabbled across like house early on, and then maybe like practice both at the same time. So I don't regret it, but I do definitely like wish there was like a different platform for me to learn other things. Yeah, and Auckland Grammar was not the place to go. Yeah,
because I feel the same when like I asked you that question because I feel that question like within myself, because I started with breaking, and then I kind of look at you how you just didn't stop with it and how like good you are now, and then I realized because I diversified, I'm like everything is like exactly what you said. I'm like average across the board.
Yeah,
you know.
I reckon I don't know. That might if I diversified to other things, I might have been whack at the breaking too. But I think it's just like, I don't know. As long as you keep one style your main and you still want to learn other styles, I don't think like you'll be whack at all of it. I reckon if you keep training your one style but still like kind of train house or like popping on the other side, then I reckon you'll be like way more dope. Like because nowadays it's just like dancing's more about, I don't know. It's not 100% about creativity, but like since there's so many moves that's being made now, in order for you to like stand out, one of the key opponents is like creativity. And I just feel like if you have a different other style with like example breaking, it's so easy for you to create like different moves and different things. And I'm not saying like if you just do breaking you can't create shit. Like you can still create in the bubble of breaking. But say if you have house, like your style is just way different, and like but that's how it depends on how you use it. Like if you're like butchering both of the styles, it's not really a style you get. But if you know how to break, get all the foundations down, and you kind of know the concept of like house, then it's so easy for you to like create different moves and create like your style and shit. I feel like, yeah.
Do you feel like with biting, how do you?
It's the biting questions.
Yeah,
it's the biting questions.
How do you feel about biting nowadays? Because like when I started rewatching bboy videos nowadays, like I'm seeing like in battles where someone just does something like normal as like maybe like a air flare to an elbow air flare, and then someone's just like, like bro, what's going on? Like what? Like how do you bite? How do you bite nowadays? Because it's just like, doesn't everything already been made?
Yeah,
like sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing, and then someone called me out on it one time. They're like, bro, that's what Wadey did. I'm like, really?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? No, true that. No, biting's way. It's a massive ass topic, eh? Like, what I think about biting, I don't know. I think as long as you get the move, but like you one up it, I feel like it's fine. That's what my definition in a broad sense, in like a really like, you know, one-off question is like as long as you get it, take the move, but you flip it into a sense that like you make it way more dope and make it your style, I feel like that's not a bite. But that's like, but like the meaning of like the whole topic of bite, I can go into like whole freaking topic of biting, but like that's just like my.
But does that mean like one move is just exclusive to that person forever? Isn't that kind of fucked? Don't you reckon? Like, cause say for instance like your knee spin move, like if no one else did a knee spin in like Auckland or like in New Zealand, that'd be kind of fucked, right?
That's true. I mean, like it's not okay. I wouldn't say like then like knee spin is my move.
Yeah.
I would definitely say I'll try. Probably flip it as much. Like I'm pretty sure that like I've seen like people who do knee spin moves like elsewhere in the world, and then like the funny thing is like you might not even think you're biting, like you said, but some people might just call you out, and you're like, bro, like I made that move by myself, but like the thing is you don't even know yourself because like if you watch too much YouTube, like example, it might just be in the back of your head, and then one day like that thing might just come out and just be like, oh, yo, bro, I made that move. But really, like, you just saw on YouTube, like, freaking, like, 10 months ago, but it's in your back of your head. And then, like, somehow it just comes out and you just think it's yours. But, like, you don't really know. Like, I don't know. Like, biting's so hard because, like, there might be people in Europe who do the same moves as you doing right now, but you don't even know. Imagine he comes out, he's like, he becomes famous, and he's like, oh, I'm doing the move, but like you already done the move. Like I don't know who came first, the chicken or the egg. You don't know. Yeah. You don't really know. It's a hard one. Biting.
Okay, now flip biting then. How do you make your own flavor?
Oh,
because you're really good at this, where you have your own flavor and like it's like easy to read. Like your flavor isn't like dirty or like it's
true.
Because with bboying, it's actually kind of easy to be like a bit messy.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Even though messy is a type of style, but like you keep it like real clean, but you still add in like your own flair and stuff. I think that's like what I'm trying to get at too. Like, how do you come up with your own flavor?
Yeah, I think it's like more. I don't know. It's definitely a time thing. Like you just got to keep doing it. Like how I don't even know if I found my style yet too. Like really? I don't think I found my like true style because like I don't know. Like I sometimes when I break. Sometimes I feel, what's the word? Like, I don't feel 100% free because,
really?
Like, yeah, sometimes I feel, some people think I found my style, but I don't think I found it yet. Like, not my 100% like true self because, when I can tell because like when I dance, sometimes in the back of my head is just like, oh, these guys are watching me, or like, I don't feel 100% comfortable, or like the way I dance in the garage by myself is different to what I dance to when I'm with you or I'm with like someone in the studio. Like it's different. So like I feel like if I can pull out the things I do in the garage and like to what I do in the battle, then I feel like I'll be like, okay, that's my style. Like I found my style, but. I think maybe I have found my style, but I just need to break out of it. Like I gotta like break the shell, like not care what people will say as much, and like kind of like do what I do in the garage by myself, but like bring it out to the world or bring it out to the battles. But easier said than done, you know.
What do you think's the difference between you in the garage and you outside?
It's like. I think it's just like pressure, to be honest. The main thing is just like people watching, because I'm like, I don't know. I think I was born in an environment where like I wanted to please people. Like when I was from a young age, like I just had that mentality.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of trying to change it, like just for me, like, because I want to be more free in my dancing too, like, so. I think I was like a people pleaser where I just wanted to please people, and like it's kind of bad because like you're just kind of following what the crowd wants you to do, like power moves are dope, like, but really what you do in the garage is not power moves. Like when I practice, I don't really practice power moves or anything like that. Like I would rather like practice more I don't know, with the lyrics and the beat. So I would never try practice power when I'm in the garage, or maybe I'll practice it like once a week, and then I get super bored of it. But yeah, I don't feel like I don't even. Sometimes I feel like even breaking is not my like style. Like like when I listen to, because what I like listening to is like hip hop, but I also like listening to house and like other kind of genres of music. So it's not just like hip hop. So when I don't know, I wanna like the feeling I like to get is like house. Like when I listen to house, it's like the uplifting beat. That's the kind of personality I like to be, or I try to be at least. And then I feel like that's kind of more my style. Like more catered to that. Like, cause like sometimes hip hop can be, sometimes breaking can be like, whoa, yo, like. Like in your face, throwing cocks and like shit, and I'm like, bruh, like
very confrontational.
Yeah, like sound like when I was a kid, or like not kid, when I was a teenager, that was fun because like you're a teenager and stuff.
Hard.
But I think once you kind of go past that phase, like you just realize, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I feel like breaking is not super my style. Like, yeah.
No, I get what you mean. Do you reckon it's because like as a teenager? Do you reckon it's because also like, do you feel like you had a chip on your shoulder, or like you had something to prove? That's why you like that confrontation mentality.
Yeah, of course. I think every kid will have that. Like, you wanna have like the respect, or you wanna go for respect and shit. But I would be lying if I didn't say I want respect now. Like, but it's definitely died down a lot.
Yeah.
Like before, like as a young age, you want respect. I think everyone wants to respect, even though when you get older, like everyone wants to be like, respected on. But like, I don't know. I'm trying to like die that down, like, because respect's dope. But like, I don't know, being free in your dance is more dope. You know? Because like, imagine you get respect, but you like the dance you're doing is not free. You're just doing it because you want to please and you want to get respect. But like at the end of the day, there's not really like you didn't gain anything out of it. Like you just get more like people loving you.
Yeah, but like, they're not loving like the real you. They're loving
pretty much
the you that's just trying to
exactly. So nowadays I'm trying to break that mentality of like trying to please people and trying to find the feeling that I like to do.
Yeah.
But that's still hard, man. Like I'm still trying to find it. So like that question of like, how did you find your style? But I'm still finding it. It's so hard for me too. Yeah.
Okay, so cycling back to your journey. So we just finished Daniel at Auckland Boys Grammar. So what happened after that?
After Auckland Boys,
like where did your dance journey like go after that? Did you ever learn under anyone, or did you just learn through videos?
First of all, when I started, I learned through videos because there was no one else to learn from. So
like, was there like specific people that were online that you learned from, or was it? Or was it just random videos like how to do?
I learned like a lot of videos. So like sometimes I would watch this, get like inspiration from that, and then watch another video. So it's not like one specific person. Yeah. But back in the days, there wasn't too much breaking videos, anyways. Like there was a few, but nowadays you can go to Steezy, you can go to wherever, and like there's so much like things you can learn off from. But before, like there wasn't too much. Like there was just like a handful. Like if you wanted to learn flares, there'll probably be like maybe only like 15, 16 tutorials. Yeah. And then some of them are whack, some of them are good. So you just pick the ones that you think are good and you just go off that. So I learned off pretty much. I learned the power moves and like basic like 6-step swipes from internet. Yeah. Once I got that down, I went to. My mom actually showed me this like thing.
Your mom?
My mom showed me that.
No way.
No, she didn't show me a breakdance.
Oh, okay,
she didn't show me a breaking move. But like she showed me this newsletter that had like breaking, like there's a breaking workshop, and then Buddha was doing it. Like it was Buddha who was teaching that workshop. So at that time I didn't know anybody, and then I just wanted to get better, so I just went, and that's like the first kind of time I learned from someone. It was I think it was Buddha was the first person who kind of like taught me more about the foundations of breaking, like 6-step, 3-step, 1-step, like this is this, like you kind of wish it to be doing power move, like that kind of shit. Yeah. And then I got comfortable like being around YMCA, like that area. So I just keep going there, and then like people like YT Copper, I don't think B-Ray, but YT Copper definitely. There was just people here and there. I would just ask like, "Well, how did you do that? How did you do that?" And so like it kind of connected the dots where like just learn from this guy, learn from this guy, learn from this guy. I didn't have like a specific mentor where I just learned one like pretty much from. I had to ask around, asking different people like, "Oh, how did you do this move?" And then after a while, I don't know if I got my foundations to like ages, but after you get your foundations, that's when you like can learn by yourself. But even that, like Copper was still around and other people were still around. It's just like, that looks dope. Why don't you do this with that? And then I'll be like, I'll try that. And then like they'll be like, oh no, that's whack, or that's dope, you know. And then that's kind of where I would find like, oh okay, so this what makes it look dope. And then and after a while, it's just like you kind of know what's dope yourself, or like what you think is dope, and
So do you reckon you would have got as far? Nah, you probably wouldn't have.
What?
I was gonna say, do you reckon you would have got as far without them?
Nah, man, fuck nothing. I reckon in anything, if you do shit by yourself, you don't go too far. I realized that not recently, but pretty recently, like when I was doing the graph, like just handstyles, I was doing handstyles, right? I was doing that by myself, and I'm like, this is not going anywhere because, like I said, no one's telling you which is dope. That's nothing. Yeah, so I feel like if I didn't have them, I definitely wouldn't be where I am. And also, like when they left, I felt like my breaking was getting stagnant because there was no one to push me, or there was no one to tell me that's dope, that's not. So after they went to Melbourne, most of them went to Melbourne, Buddha went to Wellington, and everyone started like getting out of the breaking scene. That's when I stopped like leveling up. I feel like because there was a point where I was just like kind of jumping like really high. I was like 2 months in, I was like going boom, 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 boom. And then after everyone left, there was not really like a role model or like a hit standard for me to like hit. So like after a while, like you had to be the standard for like Auckland or something. But if you're the standard of something, it's so hard to push yourself out by yourself. So like you kind of need to bring everyone up, and then that's when you can kind of level up. But I feel like that's the stage where I am now, where I feel like I'm not really improving as much as I want to, because there's not really a person to look up to right now in the Auckland scene, especially. I mean, there'll be definitely people in like Christchurch, Wellington, they're still killing it. But it's not like I see them like every day or in real life or anything like that.
Yeah, I noticed that too. With so the only reason why I'm back is because all of you guys. Like you.
That's dope though.
Sky, like Louis, and all that. Like the people that keep coming to jams. Because there's like a whole new push when people are there. Like when you're just by yourself, you can only push yourself so much. But when there's people there, there's that mentality where like when everybody's pushing together, like you find like a whole new like energy source.
Exactly.
I feel like as well.
Yeah, man. It's like if you do like 2 flares by yourself, you can get like pretty much burnt out from that. It's just like, wow, what am I doing this for? Like, but like when you see like everyone doing a flare, you're just like, I can do that, like kind of thing. But I think that's what breaking needs right now, because it's so dead, like compared to like Crump or like I would just say basically Crump, because
Crump's doing really well, honestly.
I just feel like Crump has just like got like the environment where like I'm not too sure because I don't Crump, so I don't know about the community too well. But I just feel like the community is pretty open, and like when newbies come, or like people who are new come and they start off, they're like, oh yo, that's dope, like keep doing it. But in breaking, it's just like one man for yourself. Like I don't know, I feel like breaking scene itself, it's pretty they're pretty stingy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not trying to be sad, but like everyone just wants to be dope by themselves, I feel like. Or maybe that's just me. Like maybe I just want to be dope by myself. But that's what I kind of learned not to do. Like, because because when in crump community, like when a newbie comes, it's just like, yo, you can't. They pretty much gas them up like hard out.
Yeah.
But sometimes like the move's not even that great. It's just like
for sure.
They just do maybe an arm swing. They'll be like, yo, that's fucking crazy. But that's a good like mentality to have because like it encourages them to like stay and like become better. But in breaking, it's just like when someone does like a 6-step that's whack, sometimes they'll just be like, oh, the fuck, that's whack. Or like, they won't even care, or they won't even look, or they won't even try to help you out. They'll just be like, I'm going to try to focus on myself. And like, and then like, that's why I feel like the breaking scene is kind of like, I don't know. I wish it was more like, how do I explain it? I wish it wasn't just as like selfish as it looks like, So that's why nowadays I'm feeling like, I don't know. Like everyone has this like selfish greed, but like I'm trying to break it out, and I'm trying to be like, oh yo, that's dope, like, or you should keep going, like. That's what I want to do for the community more, like try to bring them more together and like cycle more together. But that's hard for me too. Like it's sometimes like you just want to get better yourself, but you realize you're not gonna get better yourself because you need people anyways. So just gotta break out of that selfish mentality and like pretty much encourage everyone who comes to the gym, even though if they're whack. Yeah.
I mean, eventually they want to get better, and that's kind of what we're betting on, honestly. Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like there's like a bigger purpose than you just being dope,
Yeah.
It's just like, well, like, even though you're dope, what if there's not even a breaking community for you to look at,
Yeah. It makes it pretty empty when you're just doing it for yourself.
Exactly.
That's what I found like too, because like. I realized with projects and me, and it's like not just because of like that we're just dope by ourselves, but like when we work together and we make like events for other people.
No, that's why the project's pretty like. I respect project as in the sense of like that, like a community base. Like, I definitely respect that as like like you can't really deny it because like from where they started to where they are now, it's like. There's so much changes and they've upgraded like so much like compared to where they started, right? And it's just like they wouldn't have been able to do it if they weren't helping each other out, kind of thing. Yeah. And I feel like that's what I learned a lot about like project, and definitely more like I feel like it's not even project. I feel like it's definitely just like people out south, like people who are. I don't know. Do you feel like there's that? Do you feel like, is it just me, or do you feel like Asians are real selfish in the sense where they don't want to get better by themselves?
Yeah, us in particular, yeah. But I'd say I've seen that at Central too, and I've seen that out like other ways as well.
True.
Because I've been in the choreography scene, and that's very selfish scene. Like that's an extremely selfish scene where it's been so selfish to the point where I've stopped coming to classes just because I don't like the environment. Yeah. Like, the choreography is dope and, like, the teacher might be dope, but the environment is just like, bro, why am I coming here to be in this room with you, with you guys, and we're just not even, like, clapping for each other or, like, supporting each other? Like, bro, like, no one's supporting each other, right? And I remember one class, like, this was the class where I stopped going, bro, because it was one class. This one group went up, and it was the group full of beginners that came to class, and no one cheered for them, bro. Like no one, not even the teacher was like, yo, like it was those small, like, oh yo, but it wasn't like, but they're beginners, and they're trying, and they're like to even go up for groups as well, like pretty nerve-wracking, and no one's like saying anything because they're not dope, and it's like, bro, what's going on there? Like, you guys are so trash, bro. Like people are out here trying, and they're supporting the community to keep doing these classes, but you're not even like supporting them to get better, bro. Fuck, this ain't for me. So I gapped it from that community.
I feel like I don't know that, like I've never done choreography, so I wouldn't know too much.
But from your question, not just not just Asians, but I feel like generally the scene, like quite a few selfish people. But there's nothing wrong with that, honestly.
I mean, everyone's selfish at the end, to be honest. Like, like you just try your best not to be selfish. I guess that's like the moral, like, at least you're trying not to be. Like, you can't can't hate on a person to like for them to try.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel that's true. Like I think everyone's selfish in a sense of something, you know. Everyone wants to get better. But yeah, back to project. I reckon I just feel like they're dope as in a sense where like they bring people together, like, and they try help each other out. Like if you're a creative person, another guy's a creative person, or it doesn't even have to be a creative person. Like a creative person, like an organizer, try to link up and like do something. I reckon that's dope, and I just felt like I've learned a lot. Just even like looking at it, like how they grew and like. Well, not even just project. Like there's other crews that like helped each other out to become where they are. Like you know. So like, yeah, not just project. Like there's a lot of crews that like I see like behind the scenes. I'll be like, oh yo, that's dope. That's dope what you're doing. But I just feel like nowadays, I just feel like I need to express it more. I just feel like when I say, oh, that's dope. If I don't say that's dope, like it doesn't mean shit. Like because it's just inside your head, you know.
Yeah.
Like say you did a mean ass flare, and I'm just saying, oh yo, that guy called mean ass flare. But if I don't even say anything about it doesn't mean shit. It's just in the back of my head. It doesn't go anywhere. Like the energy's not going to you. Like it doesn't make you wanna like train more. But like you wouldn't even know if you did a mean ass flare. You know?
It's crazy because it's just two. It's what. That's like 4 words, right? It's 4 words. It costs you nothing to say.
Exactly.
It costs you nothing, but the drive that it gives someone else to just
exactly
do another flare after that, bro. Like, cause when you're like, yo, one more, I'm like, I'm dead. Like sometimes when we train, I'm halfway out the window. I'm like dead.
Exactly.
But when this guy's like, yo, one more flare, don't give up. I'm like, sweet, one more flare.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have nothing left in the tank. But if he says one more, I'm just like, I feel the surge of energy. I'm like, ah, sweet as the boys, one more. Everybody's pushing. Let's go.
Facts.
But if you don't say that, bro, I'm probably like, oh nah, I'm there.
That's like that's what I mean. Like I feel like that's what I'm trying to do more nowadays. Like I think I was at that point where like because people was telling me to be like do it one more.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, one more. Like that's why I felt like I was being selfish.
Yeah.
Like so I got kind of like all this like, oh yo, one more, like giving me props or giving me like push. But then I felt like I wasn't doing that to anybody else. Like I was just keeping it to myself. Where like I felt like I just wanted to get better by myself. Like, I wanted to be the best breaker in Auckland or New Zealand by myself, kind of thing. And then I was just like, that's not going anywhere. Like because you know how I got injured.
Yeah.
And then all that, like I just had a lot of time to think about shit, and I had a lot of things to like dwell upon and like all that. And I realized like, like what am I doing? Like why am I not gassing people up?
Yeah.
Like, and I realized like, as sad as it sounds, it's like, oh yeah, you're freaking selfish. Like because like you don't want them to get better. That's why you just keep it in your head. Like even though like that guy did a dope ass round, you wouldn't say shit because like if you didn't say shit, he wouldn't know, and then he kind of would be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna break anymore, or like he wouldn't get as motivated if I said, oh bro, that was a dope round, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do more. Like, I'm just trying to be like, when I go to a breaking jam, I'm trying my best to like you said, try push people to like do one more round or do one more flare or like just do more than what they would do by themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah. And that energy does come back, bro, because like when the community gets better, like you get better in return. It doesn't happen like maybe like in a 1-to-1 like relationship, like ratio, but that energy does come back eventually where these guys that just started out, they get so much better that you start learning off them, and they're like, you know. Exactly. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that's happening to me. Not a lot now, but like I feel like I'm getting. I feel like I'm pushing myself more because I wouldn't say I have like a role.
Yeah.
But like the fact that like I'm giving people energy and they're like training more.
Yeah.
It kind of brings my like, how would I say it, like
purpose. Does it give you more purpose to dance, or does it?
I guess it gives me purpose, and also it gives me more drive. Like this, looking at them and be like, "Oh, yo, this guy's improving."
Yeah,
and I got to improve too, but not in a selfish sense now, but more of like, I don't know, more of a sense where like I want to get better for myself because everyone's getting better, and like, I don't know. I just feel like this urge of like, oh, I want to try my best too because these guys are trying their best. So like, Yeah, I just like you said, energy does come back. And I feel like slowly energies are coming. Like I feel like the Auckland breaking scene is like going up, and I just feel like also I think I had a shit mentality where like I just felt like I didn't want to learn anything from people, like because like especially not the Auckland scene or anything like that, because like I just felt like I was kind of up there, like I wouldn't say I was the best, but I was just that I was up there, and people who are down below, I wouldn't really want to learn from them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But now it's just like there's so much things you can learn, even though like they're shit, or like even though like they're not the better than you, right? Like, because everyone's got different styles and everyone's got different creativity. So like if you're popping off like I don't know, because you incorporate a lot of R&B shit to your breaking, so it's like, oh bro, that's dope. Like you can do that. So like it kind of brings my creativity to like that sense too. Yeah. So there's always, I feel like even though you're good at something, you know how they always say like, oh, you should always become a student, like that kind of thing, which is true, man. Like there's so much things you should learn, or not should, you can learn, and I just feel like ego is the big major thing that makes you not want to learn, because you just already think you're the best, but really you're not the best. Like no one's the best.
Okay, so then I got a question for you. Like, what do you think is like the balance between a healthy ego and self-sabotaging ego? Like, because we're talking about self-sabotaging, but what about a healthy ego for dancing? Because you do need that healthy push of I am better, or I am like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's not say, where's your balance with it? Where's your balance with ego? What do you think's like good ratio?
I'm still discovering my like balance, but I feel like I just feel like the most time I reckon your ego should be super super high is when you're battling.
Yeah.
Like
Agree.
that's probably one of the times your ego should be super high. Definitely not in practices, you know, like because you're there to practice and you don't really need an ego for anything, like because everyone's there to become better. And like if you're, I guess that's a self-sabotaging ego, because you're just like killing people's like I don't know, like just that's whack, that's just so much ego. But if you have like that in a battle mentality, I guess it helps out, because like you just need like you need ego when you're battling. Like imagine like
why would you go into a battle thinking you're gonna lose?
Exactly, you know?
It's kind of fucked up.
Exactly. So I think
that's like one of the worst forms of torture. And like, I want to lose this one. I want to go on anywhere.
It's like it's like a shit mentality like anywhere, to be honest. Not even in dance. Like I reckon like if you go to a job interview like saying like, oh, I'm not gonna get this interview, I'm not gonna get this job, then I reckon most of the time you won't get the job, because you're like, it's like a mental game, you know?
Yeah, bro.
It's like with dancing as well. Like if you feel like you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. So I just feel like if I had to balance the ego, I reckon the only time nowadays that I feel like your ego should be super high is when you're battling, or when you're maybe like 5 days before the battle or a week before the battle. I reckon you should just like not even contact anybody, or like if you're that
that's crazy.
If you're that if you're willing to like,
or have you done that?
Nah, I don't think I've done. I don't think I've ever like super trained for a battle, like where I had to eat proper, I had to sleep good, I didn't talk to anyone for a week, I didn't rest one day before the battle. Like I don't think I've done that ever. Like I just went there, I wanted to win, but I don't think I wanted to win that bad. Yeah, maybe one day.
And that's crazy, yeah. Could you imagine? Just 1 week, like he just goes missing. Like, oh shit, yo, where you at? Just no
Exactly. But yeah, I reckon there's people like that. Who do you think in New Zealand does that? You reckon there'll be anyone?
I don't know, cause like I realized recently the ego thing, because I was at a point where I was like, oh fuck, I just lost so much confidence there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh bro, like I'm like kind of, it was because I invested so much time into dance. Like we've both invested like heaps of time into dance, but you still feel like some days you're like, oh bro, I'm shit.
Of course.
But like you get really down on yourself, like bro, I'm actually like shit.
Yeah.
Like bro, one night I just went home. I'm like, bro, well, I spent so much time into this, but I'm like still so trash. And then like after that, my dancing went down like heaps, and I'm like,
Yeah.
But then I fixed that mentality where I was like, oh, you know what? Like I might be trash, but like I know I'm good enough to get better, and I know I'm like good enough to like be the best. Like anybody's good enough to be the best. You just gotta want it, and you gotta plan for it, and like you just gotta do it, right?
Exactly.
But then like fuck, so that changed the mentality. It shot up my dancing to like here. I'm like, yo, sweet, I'm good now.
Yeah, I think that's a good ego. Like, I just feel like you gotta know when to put your ego down and know when to put your ego up. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know. Well, you reckon like your ego was super high or low at one point?
I think it was like low, and a part of it had to play with like how in NZ it was like quite humble.
Yeah.
Like, would you say we're like kind of humble here, or like where people are quite humble, like, oh no, I'm not that good, or like they try to play it off?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah. I
guess I see it more on my scene, like the choreo scene, than I do in probably that you probably do on your scene. But I guess like the choreo scene, everybody kind of downplays himself.
True that.
So I was like, and then you kind of get into the habit of downplaying because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
But then you realize, like, I realized as well when I was talking to Ken, like he's on road stages now. Like he made it from here all the way to road stage. Like we can do that too, bro. Like we can go out to road stage, we can win it on the road stage. But we gotta make sure that like our ceiling is high enough. We gotta look past like where we're putting ourselves down.
Yeah, that's true. Eh? Yeah, I think that's very true. I think. Yeah, I think I also think in the breaking scene is like that, or not even breaking. Like for me personally, sometimes I feel like I don't even know my potential. Like people say, "Oh, you're dope, you're dope." Yeah. Like sometimes I don't even be like, "Oh, thanks, man." Like, but really, like I just see people like in the other world being like on the other side of the world, like killing it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the worst critic is you. Like you don't like. Like people say you're dope and they actually mean it, but really they just sometimes you just feel like, but are you just saying that? Like because like.
But do you feel like you only say that because your pond is like because you watch people from around the road? Do you feel like if you didn't watch people around the road, you'd be like, oh, you'd accept it more easily?
I think so. Yeah. I reckon so.
Because I think because we're exposed to so many dances, like that's a reason why we got so good in the first place. Because our taste in like dancing has gotten like more refined. Yeah. But then also it's kind of like a double-edged sword where it's like even though we know how to get better and like what's good and what's not, like when we feel like we're not good, then it's like a really like fuck you're trash.
Yeah, I think I definitely think Ken. That's it apart. Even in like the breaking sense, or I reckon in dance in general, like and definitely in New Zealand, like he's probably definitely like paved the way of like anyone can do this, like that mentality, like, cause like before Ken like I don't know became famous, became like the best crumper in the world, and was it last year or last year?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2018.
Like. I wouldn't even have the thought in my mind to like even like think about becoming the best, you know? Yeah. But now that, cause like New Zealand itself is pretty humble. Like there's not that much going on in New Zealand. Well, there wasn't really too much things going on in New Zealand, right? So I think that's also the New Zealand thing where like everyone's just humble. Like no, everyone's just to be like in their like lane. But yeah, once Ken kind of like, I feel like he kind of broke that. Well, for me, he kind of broke that mentality for me where like, oh no, New Zealand's just a place where like everyone's here to chill. Everyone's just here to like have a good time and like, you know, that's like, I just felt like New Zealand was like that. Yeah. And then definitely Ken broke the mentality for me where like anyone can become whatever they want to be. Yeah. Even him and who is it called?
12?
No. Stylebender.
Stylebender, yeah.
I think Ken and Stylebender was like my like mentality break where like, bro, anyone can do it, like, and because at the time I was like, I always wanted to move out of New Zealand because like I just felt like New Zealand, there was nothing for me in New Zealand for breaking at least because there's not that much breakers in New Zealand. And I just felt
There's not much like anything in New Zealand, honestly.
exactly.
Like, just because our population's so low, but yeah, I feel
exactly. So it's just like I wanted to get out of New Zealand to become better
Yeah.
and become like this person where like
Do you still feel the same nowadays?
nah, like not nowadays because I just feel like my dance fire is not as high as what it used to be. So like I don't want to go out of I don't know Auckland to become the best breaker or something. I like New Zealand now. Like I used to want to leave New Zealand so badly. Like there's nothing for me here, but now I'm like, oh yeah, I like New Zealand. Like there's so much. Like I just felt like I wasn't looking properly.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like I was just looking at things that were not in New Zealand, but really you should be looking at things that are in New Zealand that you can use. But I feel like New Zealand, I don't know. For me, I felt like I wasn't doing that. Like I was just looking outside of New Zealand and be like, yo, that's dope because they have this kind of people there. But really, like, there's people here. Like, you just gotta look for people here.
Hard. And sometimes it's right in front of you too.
Exactly.
But you're just choosing to ignore it, bro.
Exactly. And my mom was home.
Alright. We'll do a quick cut and then. So how'd you end up with 603?
603. So 603 it was. So there was this crew called Locomotion Crew. It's a breaking crew.
Yeah.
All breakers. But at that time, like everyone was moving out. So the leader was his name was Blair. He moved to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then other people in the crew like YT became like a dad, and like everyone just got like different priorities there. So no one's ended up dancing in Locomotion. So like I felt pretty like not lonely, but like I felt like I needed people to be around to like bring my game back up.
Yeah.
And at that time, I don't know. I think it just happened naturally where like you just see them at the jam a lot, and they take you around and like have a feed together, and just eventually I think I just feel like we just felt like I just felt like I bonded with them well, and like different we didn't have like how do I explain it, they were pretty much on fire with dance as well, and I just felt like I wanted to get out of breaking. That was one of the main reasons. Like I kind of wanted to get out of breaking, like because I like it's not like I only like breaking. I like watching every other style.
Yeah.
And definitely 603 at that time, like there was popping and there was like I don't know, like other breakers popping, like hip hop. So like it kind of opened up in a sense where like I felt like that crew was for me in a sense at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is. Like, I still love 603 as well. And also the fact that, like, they're heavily based on, like, dance and foundations. Like, so when you see, like, Zed, Rena, and, like, all that, they're, like they love to dance. Like, you can see it where, like, they're not as creative, but their roots are in, like, just, like, the pure dance. Like, if you ain't dancing, you ain't dancing. Like that kind of vibe, that kind of mentality. And at that time when I was breaking, like I was just doing power moves, and like it doesn't bring you out a feeling in dance. Like power moves is just like it's a move.
Yeah.
And there's not really like you don't have like this feeling to the move, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like 603 was. That's how I kind of joined it. Like I just felt like everything was connecting. I felt like I needed to dance more, and like those other guys were like who are dancing, and I just vibe with them, having feeds with them after practices, and it just like naturally happened. It wasn't like one day like, yo, you want to become 603 like kind of thing out of the blues. It was just before that. It was I don't know. Like I just spent a lot of time with them, and then we vibed, and I guess at the end they asked, "Oh, you're 603," because like I just did like the handshake for fun, like you know how they got a handshake, but I was just doing it because I was just like doing it for the lows, like 603, like yo, that's us, like for the fun, because I wasn't even part of 603, but I just did it like. But yeah, after all of that, and I was just like, oh, I think I know the handshake, and I just vibe with them anyway. So like, it just became natural for me to join it.
Yeah.
To join 603 at the time. So that's how I got into 603. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same story of me and Project there. I feel like it's just natural. Like you don't need a. That's why I feel sometimes it's kind of weird having auditions and stuff. And, like,
Yeah. Exactly.
I get how it works, but then I also get like, shouldn't you just want the person to be there anyway?
I think that's like, I feel like the crew, like the most organic way to get a formal crew is like to do that. Like, you don't want to, like you say, you don't want to pay for like freaking audition to get into a crew. Like, because obviously that's just for money and that's just for like business. Like, but like they're a crew because they're pretty much your friends at the start, and that's how you kind of like vibe, and that's like how the crew forms, anyways.
And that's how you stay there the longest.
Exactly.
Because they're people you actually want to hang out with, and like
exactly, and it's not just about dance. It's not just about a dance crew. At the end, like you became a crew because you had similar, like, personalities before, like even dance. Like
you just enjoy spending time together.
Exactly. So I just feel like I don't know why people like pay for money to audition for a crew.
I think it's for the road stage or like because they can't get there themselves. They need that.
It's more clout now. It's more clout chasing like that. It's the easy way. It's the wheezy way.
Fuck, that was me, bro. That was me a few years ago. Though.
Hey, I think that would have been me too if I was like pretty young too. I reckon I would have like wanted to join, because I think I wanted to join a crew back in the days.
Really?
Too. Like a choreography crew.
Damn.
Yeah, back in the days.
Who would you join? But who would you join nowadays if you had to?
I don't even know that much choreography crews, to be honest. Choreography crews, I don't know. Who can name me some of the choreographies?
ID, Prestige, RF, Notorious. Those are the only ones that I know.
Yeah, I think I would have joined ID at that time. Like, if I wanted to join a crew, not saying I would have went in, not saying I was good enough to go into it, but if I wanted to try it out for something, I think ID. Because Prestige, they're like more slow jams, and I don't think I can do slow jams. Like, I'm not that kind of person.
It took me ages to learn how to do slow jams properly,
Hey.
Yeah, bro, because I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't that sexy Asian or like that.
I don't think any Asians are sexy. Like,
it's hard to get that vibe.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you gotta have like so much. I guess that's when like ego is good. Like like to play sexy, you gotta have mean ego. I mean, anyone can be sexy, but like you just have to have like that much confidence to back it up. But yeah, I don't think I had it definitely. Well, I just never practiced for it, and I think that's something I regret. Like, I feel like I don't play with my feelings as much as I wanted to. And I feel like choreography, like, you can kind of like, I don't know, you can kind of act it, right? Like, in a sense where like when the music is R&B, you can act like sexy, or you can act like emotional and shit. I feel like I lack that emotional part where I'm doing breaking, because I don't know, I've just never really dabbled upon like choreography to that extent. I wish I did though.
It's funny how you call it acting as well, because I think that's what it feels like at the start. You kind of act at first, like you kind of, because I never understood like slow jams, but then when I started like doing body rolls and practicing, and I started acting like I knew what to do, like it starts becoming an act like somewhere along the way, like at first I acted like doing the emotional sets, because when I started I didn't do emotional sets at all. I was doing gangster sets. But then like over time, the more you act it, the more like it becomes natural to you, and
exactly
it's just you at the end of like after everything, like you can just tap into that aspect of yourself and just milk it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's why like I feel like choreography in a sense is good. Like, even for choreography, I was like, that's whack. Like, you just gotta be like, you're dope if you're just freestyling kind of thing. But now that I think about it, it's just like, it makes you learn how to adapt to like a feeling of any kind of music. Like, because for me, when I break, the only true feelings come out when I listen to the music I like. Like, if it's like hip hop, or like I'll be like, yo, this is mean. Like, but if I'm listening to R&B, I like it, but I can't express it through my moves. Like, I like listening to R&B and like Chris Brown kind of like slow jam kind of shit. But when I like
Bro, that's so funny. I just remember the time when we went to Kong all together, all of us.
Yeah.
And you and CG were doing. You always do this move when you're like. Tss, tss, tss.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crack up. I remember I just saw you two doing it. You were so sweaty, bro. You were so sweaty that one night we were at Kong.
But
Oh.
everyone was sweaty.
But you were ultra sweaty,
Yeah.
bro, because you had a crew neck too, bro.
But that's when you know you're going hard out, dude. You're just sweating like shit.
Fuck, that was a crack up night, bro. Holy.
Yeah, hey, you know? At least you know I was having fun.
Yeah.
Fuck. Dang, caught me off guard with that.
Yo,
I was
bro.
sweating.
Nah, cause you said Chris Brown, I'm like, I just remember that one time at the club where I just saw you smiling when you saw CG. Like you guys both looked at each other and you guys just both pointed and you're like,
Nah, yeah, okay, now I remember that night. I was super sweaty at the end of the freaking night. Fuck. But that was a good night.
yo, that was a good night.
That was a mean
No,
night.
we should have more of those nights. Yeah. It's fun to go out all together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was pretty spontaneous. Like, we
Yo.
planned that out, like, at that day, right?
Do you remember when we went like back and forth, just getting everybody too?
That was a mush.
That was fun.
But
Yeah,
you
that
were
was a
gone. You were gone before you went on the line. You remember? I was like, bro, you all good? You're like,
Oh yeah. That was at the first club though.
yeah, was that first one?
Yeah. I sobered up when we went to Kong because we were at Face. When I
Yeah,
took
yeah. That's true. That.
We were at Face first, and I was a bit fucked. But then like we were waiting so long in line for Kong that I just ended up being all goods.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that common wait was freaking long.
Oh, fun times. Bro, okay, so like the reason why you came up for this week's episode was because I think after you were against the drummer, I got a few people from that event that were just calling out, yo, we wanna see Simba or Daniel, and I was like, oh yo, cool. Like
Yeah.
But then before that, like for a long time you're out of the game, you're injured. So how's that? Like, how's your injury? Like what was your injury and like how's that process?
So that was such a, I guess, yeah, that was like such a turning point for my life in general, like, because okay, the way I got injured was like, I was just keep abusing my body,
Yeah.
and I keep banging my knee, and it pretty much got inflamed. So that's nothing bad, like, and being your knee getting inflamed is like, it's normal, like it can get inflamed, but like the stupid thing I did was like I kept using it thinking that it would like heal like naturally, but like obviously if you're freaking using it all the time, it's not gonna heal.
Yeah.
And I just at that time as like a young person, I just like, oh, my body's gonna heal because like I'm young and like my body can do anything, but really like, you know, you still need to look after it. So I wasn't looking after it, and there was just events and there was just like gigs going on. At that time, I was injured, and I was just like, bro, I don't want to give like a gig up, or I don't want to give up a battle up because I'm injured, kind of thing. And I just keep using it, and then I just keep getting bigger and bigger. Like my injury keep getting worse, I guess, in a sense. And then to the phase where like it just got super big, and I went to the doctors. They gave me like anti-inflammatory pills to take. That wasn't even helping as well. So it was just like, even if I start walking, that would get bigger.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So like I would just be sleeping in my bed,
Yeah.
lying like this,
Would it actually get bigger while you're just sleeping?
not sleeping. But if I would just like walk,
Yeah.
like normally if you just walk, it's like normal, you won't get anything.
Yeah.
But it's just I keep like building up the tolerance of like injuring it. So like even just walking would like not even, it would bring it up, like it would bring the thing up because it was that sensitive.
Bro.
Yeah. So like I would just sleep in bed putting ice packs on it for like so long, but that wouldn't help. So I was just like, fuck, like at that point where I was like, okay, like I really need to like think about like healing it. Because I just thought like it would heal itself, but it's not really because I'm taking pills, but it's not helping shit.
Yeah.
And then so,
Fuck, that's rough, G. Like that's actually rough, bro. Like I didn't realize it was that bad, but you couldn't like walk without it getting in like.
yeah, I mean, but that was my fault because like, you know, I keep abusing it. So like, but that was happening, and then
Oh wait, hold on. Do you mind if I close the door for a bit?
yeah, go on. You gotta pull it down the bottom.
clean audio.
Yo. But yeah, after the hill,
Yeah.
I had to pretty much get an injection out, pretty much get it out, and put steroid injections to not make it get inflamed again. So at that time, I was pretty like mentally down, anyways, because like I don't know. I think at that time because I was leaving chiropractic for 4 years. I did chiropractic for 4 years, and I left, and straight after I left, I got injured. So like I left thinking that I was just gonna dance and be like, yo, it's gonna be fun, and like I'm gonna start my new journey next year as like a graphic designer and shit. So I left school doing that for 4 years, and I got injured. So like at that time I was like pretty lost. I was like, okay, why am I getting injured, and why am I like why is everything happening to me now? So at that state where like mentally I was like not that great, and then I started getting injured, and then like, it wasn't healing, so like my mental was just like pretty low. And then going forward I had to do the injection, and so the first time I was like, oh yo, after the injection it got healed, right? Like obviously it will heal because I got the steroid and like they took it out, and I was like, yo, I could dance again. And I'm like, so yeah, it was stupid because like the first practice, was it the first practice? First or second practice I trained, but because of the fact that I didn't stretch for that long, like I think it was like my first injury, it took like 3 months to heal. And I went back at it, so like I didn't stretch my upper body for 3 months and my legs for 3 months, and I was like, so like my body was pretty rusty.
Hard.
But I didn't think about it. Like I didn't think about my body being that rusty. So like my second training or first training in after my steroid injection, but I got injured again straight after. Straight after my thing, I snapped my shoulder ligament on here. Yeah. So it was like back-to-back injury.
I thought it was just your knee that whole time, man.
Exactly.
Holy.
And then I was just like back-to-back, and I'm like, bruh. I'm like, yo, what's happening? Like, you know? I was like, fuck. And then so I knew it was something serious because like it was a snap, and like,
Oh, you heard it snap.
yeah, I heard some noise there, and then like it hurt like hell, and I was just like, bro, I can't do shit.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, and then so I was like, I don't know what happened after that, but like, yeah, it was super like so dumb. Like the timing was like so bad because like it was back-to-back injury, and I think after that my knee came again. Like I had to take the injection twice. Like first injection.
How did your knee come again? Or was it just because you didn't rest it up properly, or?
I'm not too sure. Like I felt like I rested it up.
Or did it just happen randomly?
It's just started getting inflamed again. Like I just started walking.
Yeah.
And then I trained a little bit, but I didn't train it like seriously. I just did like little footwork, little 6-step here and there. I thought it would have healed by then, but it didn't. So like it came again. So it was just like this wasn't going away, and then after this went away, this got snapped, and then this came back, and I'm just like, fuck. Like okay, at that point where like I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be dancing. Like maybe like my dancing is like pretty much over because like, you know, this is all happening, and maybe there's a reason why this is all happening. And at that time, I was like, I'm kind of done with dancing, and I was done with like social media too because everyone's dancing on social media.
Hard.
And I'm just like in bed, my knee up on the bed, and I'm just seeing
that's depressing, bro.
Yeah, I'm just seeing everyone dance, and I'm just like flip, like, you know,
Yeah.
like there was a point where I could dance like freely like that. And then I was just like, I don't know, I was super lost after I got injured and like moved majors, and then straight after that COVID, like after I got fully injured, COVID happened. So it was just like this, and then I'm like, okay, so like I couldn't jam or I couldn't train with anyone for 1 year pretty much. Like because I couldn't see you guys because of COVID, and I was injured, and I was off social media for quite a bit before I came back on. But yeah, the whole experience was like super shit. But I felt like now that I think about it now, I think there's just like I haven't found like the purpose of why that happened, but I just feel like there's a bigger purpose to why I got injured than like, I don't know, just getting injured and be like, oh yo, why the hell did I get injured? You know, because like, I definitely like my mental's changed like. Not 100%, but it's changed to a fact where I feel like it's more welcoming because, like I said, you know how we're talking about ego and shit.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got injured, it's not like my ego disappeared straight away.
Yeah.
I just had to like learn and adapt to like, oh, this is happening. What should I do now? Like, and then straight after COVID happened, so there was just so much time for me to think about like what I need to improve on and what I need to do as a person or as a dancer.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was going through that, man, it was so bad. And then I just see Seiji training and he's leveling up. And I'm like, that bastard, you know, that guy's winning everything. Like, honestly, he's like my best friend, you know?
Yeah.
Like, of course I want to see him win and shit.
Yeah.
But we're saying, like, you know, we're all selfish in the sense where like, also you want to become like the best too.
Yeah.
So like, when I saw Seiji, like, him dancing, and I was just in bed, I kind of got, like, to put it truthfully, or to anybody who was dancing, I felt salty as hell. Like, I was pretty salty in a sense where, like, oh, fuck, like, everyone's improving, and, like, men's here getting injured, and, like, you know, I don't even know what I need to do in my life. Yeah. And, I just got super, super salty and super, super, like, negative-minded, and as soon as I got injured, didn't want to see people, didn't want to like talk to people, and that was like the main reason why like social media was gone for ages. And but after all that, coming back was pretty mean. Like I don't know, like I said, like I thought I was gonna leave, but something was telling me to come back.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
I'm religious, so like I'm Christian, so like at the sense where like I thought like God was telling me to come back, like because at that time like I was going to church, and I thought like God was telling me to come to church. That's why He's telling me not to dance. So I went to church, right? Okay. And I kind of got my like mental kind of back in together. Yeah. And as soon as I got my mental, and I was like, okay, God, yo, I'm ready to serve you. Like, you know, I'm ready to like give my life to you, and like you tell me what I need to do because I don't know what I need to do. Yeah. And as soon as I said that, He was like, go back to dancing, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, you know, I felt like you were telling me to not dance because you wanted me to go to church. But as soon as like everything was over and like all the storm was like finished, I just felt like He was telling me to come back to dance. And at that time, I was just like, really? You want me to go back to dance? And
what's the signal like? Like, did you... what did you feel like was that signal for you to come back? Because you said that He told you, but how did He tell you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, religiously, like, people say to pray about it, and people say to read the Bible about it, and you'll hear God's voice and stuff. That's, like, the religious kind of view to it.
So did you hear...
I didn't hear His voice, like, directly, but, like, situations like how would I say, like just like kind of like an enlightenment where you feel like when you think about it, you just feel like in peace of like that decision. Like and it's something like you kind of like can't even think about yourself. It's just like, for me, like, you know how I said I felt like God was telling me not to go dance. Yeah. And all of a sudden, like one day, I wasn't doing anything, and like something, I just felt like I didn't want to dance. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt like there was something telling me to dance. And I danced, and then I was like, and I just felt like, I don't know, like your decisions felt like more in peace. Like you're not worried about what will happen, like if I keep dancing or I will do it. Because at that time I was worried like, oh, I can't dance because I'm gonna get injured anyways. Like because like at that point I was just like, oh, I want to spend time with kids when I'm older, and like so like I don't want to get injured anymore, and that's why I don't want to dance. So that was my mentality. Yeah. And I don't know, after a while I started dancing, and then like I wasn't worried about getting injured kind of thing. And so like the way I thought, it was like more at peace. And I just felt like, okay, this is what you want me to do. But like, it's not like a certain like answer he gives you. It's just like you feel like if that's the right answer, and like the direction can change. Like he might want you to do this for a while, and then he might want you to do something else. But right now, I feel like he wants me to, like, the two things that he wanted me to go back to: social media and dancing. So like that's why I opened up social media again with a new name, and then started dancing again. And like I didn't really worry about getting injured, and that's why I'm kind of going like more like serious I guess again. Like I'm trying to like push myself hard, and whereas before I was like, oh, I don't want to get injured, but now it's just like if I get injured, it's like it's meant to be, I'm gonna get injured, but I don't worry about that. And I just feel like my body's like feeling more stronger these days, so I'm just like, that's why I feel like God plays a role. I feel like he's not telling me directly. Like it's just so hard to, I don't know, like, God, that's like, he works in like really mysterious, weird ways that we don't even know. Like if you're like Buddhist, I don't know, like, but for me, like I was raised Christian, so I just have that belief of believing in God. But yeah, in a sense, like I just feel like I was at peace, and I just felt like that was like the right thing to do and the right thing to move towards. And and now I'm here, like back at it, dancing. With a different mentality, like 100% different mentality to where I was last year. Last year was like more like all about me kind of vibes, and this year's more, while it's still all about me, but I'm trying to break that out. Like I'm trying to like do both. Like you still want to improve and become better and have that respect and like have like, I don't know, that push for yourself, but also know that like there's a bigger purpose than just yourself. And then like that's why like nowadays, like I try my best to tell you or tell anyone in breaking it, like, yo, there's a jam here, or like, yo, let's do 10 rounds of power moves and 10 rounds of this, because sometimes I can't be fucked too. Like I don't want to do it as well, but like I feel like in order for us to grow, let's do it together.
Hard. If it's not together, then it's honestly just not at all. Because I don't think I'd ever do like as many rounds of power that I do like consistently with you guys. Because I usually just train it like, all right, do flare. Once I get tired, all right, sweet, just take a break, come back at it.
But the break is like what, 1 hour?
You get burnt out, bro. You get burnt out, bro.
And then you just go on Instagram, you just keep scrolling, and you're like, oh fuck, I wasted 20 minutes. Like, but that's like training time.
Like that best night was when fucking Louis passed out. So one of the boys, Louis was doing we were doing power move sets to train, and I think he just fully passed out on the floor after he just finished the set.
This guy was gone skis too. You guys both gone skis.
Yeah, bro. Bro, honestly, I was close too, because I was doing dizzy, bro. I was gonna fly out the window, dude. I legit felt it there.
Yeah, I remember that day, like, because at that time I just thought like he could do it. Like he was on this like 7th round. And I was just like, bro, 3 more.
Yo.
And then like he did one, and I was like, yo, 2 more. And I think he was in his last one. And I saw his hands shaking like this. And I thought he was just acting it. And then like he was just on the ground, and he was about to come up. And he collapsed to the ground, and I was like, oh shit.
That was kind of scary, bro.
And then like I think Ray went up, and he was like, bro, you all good? And he didn't say anything, and I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have told him to keep going, Maybe I pushed it too hard, but like...
Nah, he was thankful for it, I think.
Yeah. But that was dope. Like, actually, that was pretty dope to see that he was like going hard out, Like, I didn't think like he would go hard out to a point where like you'll collapse to...
Same, bro.
Yeah. Because I don't think I wouldn't think I would do that.
It's the push, bro. It's the push. Like, when someone says one more, like, you'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's just you by yourself, like, there's only so... Wow, you can push yourself.
Exactly.
Damn, bro. That was a good night.
That was like my first time seeing someone collapse, though.
Hey, actually?
Well, through dance, at least. Have you seen anyone?
Yeah.
Hey.
Keep saying. Yeah. I've seen people like just overwork themselves, just collapse fully. I'm like, fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, like your injury when you're talking about like with Seju and like how I've seen him succeed, I actually don't think that's like that bad, honestly, because I don't think it's like you're like salty about Seju like winning stuff. It's more like you're salty that you're not reaching your full potential. Do you feel like?
Yeah, of course. I feel like yeah, I hope to think like that, you know. I hope to think like I'm not being salty at Seiji because he's like improving. I wish to think that I'm salty because like I'm not the one improving. Hopefully, like, but if not, then I'll be damned. No, jokes. No, I don't know. I hope
all those stories like Korean brother from another mother.
But really, you're like, oh, yo, fuck this guy. Nah, man, I love that dude. Yeah, but the injury wasn't something.
He was actually really excited for your episode 2. I told him about it yesterday. He was like, "Yo, I'm so keen for that one." Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Just cut out the start because I was. Yeah. Nah, far around.
Fuck, do you have any advice for anyone going through like an injury at the moment? Because it does take like a big toll. Even like the groin injury I had last week was fucking me up, bro. Like I was sad that I couldn't like train properly. Yeah,
It sucks. I think like if you get injured, man.
Yeah.
The best thing is to be patient. I think like number one is just to be patient and like understand like your body's injured. Like I don't think I've realized that until I got injured and I keep using it. Like I felt like that situation kind of could have been more avoided if I like rested it up when I knew I was injured. And if I knew I was more patient with it and be like, yeah, I'm injured. Be patient. True. And just even rest it. If you have to rest it for a month, that's better than resting it for like 6 months, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I think if you get injured, like be patient with it. Like you don't need to train. Like you can just do something else for like, I don't know, 4 months, 3 months. And also like I feel like you should like not get injured, you know? Like try avoid getting injured, period, because it sucks.
Yeah.
So like I reckon you should just condition your body or understand when your body needs to rest. Because I just felt like I didn't know that. Like and I had to learn it the hard way of like getting injured harder.
Do you have like a training schedule nowadays that you try to stick to, or like at least like kind of a schedule?
Well, it's definitely different to what I was before I was injured.
Yeah.
But it's not like a schedule. It's like more like understanding your body more. Like I would like say I ate a lot.
Yeah.
And I know my body's heavy. I wouldn't want to try to do power moves straight off the bat, you know. True. So like, but that was what I would do like before I was injured. Like I just thought I could do anything, even though I ate or even though like I drank a lot the other day or smoked a lot the other day. Like I just thought I could do anything still. But nowadays, like if I know I ate a lot, I would just learn to burn off all that fat and then do power moves or like so I'll have like steps to do it. Like so like I'll stretch first and then do just top rocks. Yeah. Stretch that part, do like footwork, just that part, do drops that part. Smart. So like it's not like I have a schedule, but it's just like more. I just felt like I know my body more than I used to, kind of thing. Yeah.
Because I feel the same way. Like when you do eat a lot, or when you do get like when you do gain a bit of weight, your pelvis just feel heavier.
Yeah, I mean your body in general just feels like like your joints feel way more like pressured. And I just feel like it's gonna collapse on you or something.
So, we only got a few questions here left, honestly, and we've already answered most of them that I had in mind. But we'll just go through like a few last ones. So, like, how was your last battle event, bro? Because you came top 2. With your boy Seju. Our boy Seju.
Our boy.
Like, did you find it? So the last event we did was Long Live the Queen, and the division that Daniel made top 2 in was Me Against the Drummer, where it's a live drummer playing freestyle beats, and then he's just gotta figure it out on his own and improvise.
No, I think that was dope. Like, I went there like, cause I haven't been in a what do you call it? dancing in a while. Like, you know, everything was just so new to me. Like,
I mean, there has been many dance events this year, bro.
exactly. So like, you know, COVID and stuff. So like, I just wanted to go there because like I wanted to jam and I wanted to see the dances and I wanted to like catch up with people there.
Yeah.
So I went and I went after doing the prelims. I just thought I wasn't gonna make it, and I was pretty happy with that. Like I was just like, oh yeah, like, you know, I was there, had fun, and like, because I think that also one of the reasons why I went there too is like just to have like the experience of having like that kind of nervousness when you're going out to battle. You know, like
Did you want to be reminded of that feeling?
kind of like I wanted to know what it was like to be looked at, like and I wanted to see what my mind was like I wanted to understand like if my mindset's changed a bit.
So did it?
I guess it has, but like it didn't play a role in me becoming a better dancer. Like I just went out and I was just like, oh yeah, that wasn't too bad, and like, you know, I didn't think I would make it, and I was like pretty happy with it. Like I didn't really care, like honestly, and yeah, my mindset's changed where like before I was like, fuck, like I don't know, I'm not gonna make it or some shit like that. But yeah, it's definitely changed. And then so going through that, didn't think I would make it, and then so I was just with Avenue and Mikey and Steven outside, and because I just didn't know I was like, you know,
Yeah.
like I just didn't have like the slightest sense of like making it to top, I don't know, was it top 12 or something? So I was just out with them.
Yeah.
They were like, and then we came back in, and like we were hearing the drums, and like, oh shit, they started. So we went in, and then I think I was at top 12 or top 8. Everyone was getting called out, like thing, and then like Tanky went out, and then Mano went out, and I was like, oh yo, they're dope. Like they made it to top 12.
Yeah.
And then Seiji went out second to last, and I was like, yeah, Danzo is like, you know, like Seiji went out, and then the last person I got called was me, and I was just like, bro, like I wasn't expecting it, and I was like, I think I had my bag on my side, and I was like, oh snap, it's me. So I gave it to like, I don't know who I gave it to. I just left it maybe on the side, and I went and I just did this like not half-hearted round, but I don't know what I did. Like I just went there just to kind of get knocked out and then like watch the rest of it. So I did it. I didn't even know what I did, and then further on the track, I got called out again. And I was just like, what's happening? Like, why am I getting called out? Like, because at the time, I honestly didn't think, like, I was, like, that good to go through. But maybe it's, like, that ego thing where you just feel like you're not good enough, or, like, but people think you're good, but, like, you don't think you're good kind of thing. But I don't know that. Like,
I think you're killing it on the night,
no shot, man.
Yeah. But I think what stood out for me was, like, sorry for cutting you off.
No, good.
It was like what Kat said, because Kat was looking for foundational styles and like people that have trained their foundations like really well. Yeah, I think that's what set you apart the most, because you're like really, like you could hit stuff, but you're clean with it.
True that. Yeah, so I didn't really think about it. Like I just thought everyone was doing so dope. Because I haven't seen anyone dance in ages, like in real life. I've only seen them in like Instagram and shit. So seeing them in real life, I was like, yo, everyone's freaking dope. Like, you know, and like I kind of felt like, oh yeah, like for me, like, cause I haven't been dancing and shit. I was like, oh yeah, that's all good. Like, and then yeah, my name keep getting called out, and I just I didn't see why my name was getting called out, and then, but I just went with it, and then like every round I got called out, I just felt more confident in my rounds. Like, like I just like, oh, I'm getting called out. Maybe like I'll just go more harder and harder. Because at the start I was just like for fun, and then I keep going through, and I was just like, why am I getting called out? And then I just tried more. But the thing is, like, what was happening inside my mind? Yeah. In the last, so it was me and Sage in the finals, right? Yeah. And then so I was just like, I went out the back. Yeah. And I know how I was telling you about like me being Christian and stuff. Yeah. And I was just like reading this thing called like Word for Today. And then there's this thing, like the title was called Your Beautiful Transformation. That was the title, right? Yeah. And then I was just reading the passage before I went to go battle the last round with Sage, and I was like, it was me and Sage, so like I didn't really have like, we're like, yo, like I'm pretty happy to be in the finals with Sage, But at that point, like I was like at the end of like I was in the finals, and I was just like, oh, bro, might as well take it home, like might as well finish it, might as well try your best, and like so like my confidence was going up as soon as I was just passing all the rounds. And at the end, I don't know if I was being too cocky or something, and I just thought I was gonna win. Like before I even battled or before I even did the showcase with Seju, I thought I was gonna win. I don't even know why, because I was like winning, and I didn't think I was gonna like go up in the rounds.
Yeah.
And at the end, I just thought I was gonna win, and then I went, and the only round that I thought I was gonna win, I lost. Like. So it's weird because like I didn't think I was gonna go to the finals.
Yeah.
But eventually I went to the finals. But as soon as I went to the finals, my mindset changed that I thought I was gonna win. But really, I thought I was gonna win, but I lost. So I was just like I don't know. In my mind, I was just like, like it was kind of weird for me. So like, but at the end, I was like, "Oh, yo, Sage, you won, like all good, like." And I came second place. I didn't think I would come second place. That's all good too. Yeah. And like, yeah, I don't know. That battle was fun. Like, even though like I didn't win, like I thought like good experience and good to be back and everything like that.
And I think it was a good event to like come back to as well for your first event, because it was like really, it was vibey, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it was very creative as well, and like the girl scene. The girl scene goes off, bro. Like the girl scene goes off and it gets stepped on, but
straight up,
like they're actually crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
And like all they need is just like a bit more confidence and a bit more people to come, and then slowly just keep building that girl community.
I think like before I was like, when there was like a girl battle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound selfish as fuck, but I would just like, I don't know, go outside, have a smoke, or go outside and have like a. Go outside and like have like, I don't know, like just jam with the boys or like talk with the boys, and not really watch the girl battle. So like this is my first time watching the battle, because like I really wanted to watch everyone dance, and then I was just like, yo, these girls could probably like kill me off like easy, like, and I was just like, damn, like, and I think all the girls are getting slipped on, to be honest. And. Yeah, everyone's killing it then.
Yeah, the levels just keep getting better, and that's crazy too. Cause like we went through a year where like we didn't see each other for ages,
Exactly.
Like we didn't see each other for ages, but then like people are still getting better. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like I'm a bit salty about it, because I'm like, bro, everybody's getting better, which is good. But then there's that part of you that's like, man, fuck, I want to get better too, bro. Like I need to get off my ass.
Yeah, but I think that's good. I think everyone needs that. Especially breakers.
Yo.
Because you reckon breakers are the most laziest dance? I mean, not dance style, but like.
From my experience with you guys, I don't feel like you guys are.
Real.
I feel like sometimes like you guys can get a bit lazy, but then also I'm just reminding myself that like the reason why is because breakdancing is like fucking like it takes a toll on your body.
Yeah, that's true.
Like one round of breaking in a battle can equate to like heavy breathing straight away.
Yeah.
Just cause of how much it demands from your body, and like how dynamic we have to be with our core and engaging our like everything. Like sometimes I'm training, bro, just for myself, and like I don't even practice like doing full rounds. I just practice my form, bro, just because I know that if I do full rounds, like, I want to be gassed out.
Yeah.
So I try to do my form like at the start of each session. I'm like, okay, just make sure I get like my lines right, my thing. But yeah, there are some times where I do see some of us during the jam. I'm like, I feel like you could push more, but like you're not in it. And I don't know if it's the music, because I feel like the music at our jam is like a bit too the same. Do you feel like it or not?
You mean on beat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it should be, because like that's. I mean, it's like they name it like a hip hop jam. Like,
yeah, but
I mean,
like, don't you reckon there's like more like
genres of hip hop?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I think so. Now that you say that, like, because I didn't think about it at that sense. Because, yeah, No, I think I reckon there should be more of like that.
Because I know, like, definitely when there's a certain song that comes on, every dancer is just gonna be like, oh, yo, that's my song. Like, I want to go up, and I feel like, so that's why I'm like, I don't want to just blame it on the dancers, because I know that it's also the environment too. A big part of it is the dancers, though. Don't get me wrong, but it's also the environment. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Like, do you think we're lazy?
I think before when you were not here, like, cause you know how you came back like recently too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe like I'm just thinking wrong. But compared to like other scenes, I haven't really seen other scenes except for Crump, because that's like the biggest community probably in New Zealand in dance, right?
I mean, I feel like the other scenes are dead, aren't they? Like, what's APC doing?
No, they recently did talk to me, right? But before that, nothing was happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I feel like they're lazy because of the fact, like, because I've seen the other generation before me like train. So in a sense, I feel like they're a little bit more lazy.
Do you feel like the Auckland breaking community is a goal to work towards, or like?
I mean, I feel like I feel like sometimes breaking gets slipped upon like a bit, but that's kind of our fault too. But yeah, I think there's definitely potential there. It's just someone's got to be there. Someone's kind of got to be there to have like the skills and also the leadership to like push them. Because like if you don't have good skills but you're a good leader, they're not gonna listen to you because you're shit anyways, and you don't want to listen to someone who's shit.
Yeah.
But if you're good but you got shit leadership skills, you're not gonna like help them grow. You're just gonna kind of like grow yourself a bit. Yeah. But if you have both leadership skills and you're good at skills, you can like help all of the scene grow together, kind of thing. So that's what I'm trying to like learn. I'm trying to learn more of like the leadership like kind of role.
Fuck, so true, bro. Like if you were shit and telling me to do stuff, fuck, I probably wouldn't do it.
I mean, with anybody, to be honest. Yeah, with anybody, it's like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do, man? Like, it's like that kind of vibe. Yeah. So I think that's also why I train more now, because like, I wouldn't say I like to tell you to like do one more round and shit. Like, I'm pretty much telling you to do it because I want you to grow. Or I want everyone to grow, to be honest. But like, like we both said, like if you don't have the skills, like you can't tell anyone what to do because you're like not even that good yourself. So like I'm trying to set my bar a bit higher to like keep telling them, oh, push, bro, you gotta push. Because like, you know, no skills and you're telling them like, you gotta push and stuff, and like you kind of see it as like, yo, what the heck, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah, delivery is really important too, of how like you tell people to do things as well.
Yeah.
Because it's like what you said, like without the skills, but then also like I realized if you aren't working hard, I actually wouldn't listen to you either. Like if someone, like if you weren't working hard or like doing as much as that I believe you should be doing, like at least as a bare minimum, then I'll be like, like I know you're the man, but like you're not, like I won't, your words don't hit deep enough because I'm not seeing you like. It's like you're not practicing what you preach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's true, eh? Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, man.
Alright. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much like all the topics I had today to talk with you today. We got like the last question, which is kind of like a time capsule question.
Yo.
So in 5 years, you're gonna watch this video, bro.
Yo.
So in 5 years from now, like, what do you want to say to? Okay, we got two versions of this question, right? So you gotta answer both. The first version is you gotta say something to yourself from 5 years ago. What would it be?
5 years ago. So if I was 18.
Yeah. So Daniel at 18, what would you say to the Daniel at 18?
Be patient. Like straight up, I like, okay. Like, you want in a paragraph?
Or you can do anything you want, bro. It's up to you.
Yeah, I reckon one thing I would tell myself is be patient. And I would tell myself, don't think too much about like what's going on, like because I'm a person to like overthink a lot, and like I just think about like the most stupidest shit. Like, say, okay, for example, say you don't reply to me, I'm like, oh bro, this guy hates me. Like that kind of like mentality.
Yeah.
Like I definitely don't have that as much now, but
Yeah.
before, when I was 18, I was like, yo, like I said, I was a people pleaser, so like I just wanted everyone to like me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you realize, like, as much as you try to become your best, there's always gonna be someone who hates you, regardless of anything, you know.
Bro.
So I think I tell myself to be patient, don't overthink, and I reckon enjoy it. Just as cliche as it sounds, it's so hard. I reckon I would say, like, just enjoy the time that you have at that moment, like, because you never get that time back, or you never get like that period back where like you hanged around with these kind of people, or like you had like this kind of experience with these people.
True.
So yeah, I reckon if I was 18, I'll tell myself that.
And last question is, what would you say to the you 5 years from now?
Be patient. Be patient still, because like I'm an impatient person.
Like, what do you hope for the person 5 years from now?
I would hope that I'm a patient person by then.
Yo.
I would hope to think also that my intentions are like pure, like not super pure, but like pure to the fact where like I didn't really care about like who wins, who does this, like who's better than me at breaking, because like, you know, like people tell me like, oh, you're the best in Auckland, or you're the best in New Zealand. I feel like you're the best, like, with the style and stuff. But I wish to think in 5 years time, I wish to think even though someone's better than me, I can just accept it and be like, yo, like, you know, the game changes, and like you're not always gonna be the best, and you're not always gonna be the top of like who you are. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll be people who's gonna be better than me in 5 years, you know.
Sure.
Because I can't be the one only training. There's gonna be people training, like you're training, and like, you know, in 5 years time you're gonna be better than me. You never know. And I just wish that like deep inside, I wish that like I'll be like, yo, that's dope. Like that's dope that this guy's training, and not be salty about it. Like, nah, I'm still the best, and like, you know, or like, oh, this guy bet my moves because like that's why he's better than me, kind of thing. Like, I don't want to have that mentality. Like, I'd rather have like that pure mentality of like, yo, this guy deserved it, or like, and like it truly. Yeah, no, I truly be happy with that person, and truly be happy with the decisions.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dope. Bro, I don't know, man. Maybe in 5 years you might see me bite your moves, bro.
No, but like I said, biting is like, yeah, bro, biting is a big topic. Yeah, flip it.
Yeah.
Cause I see like sometimes, like right now, I want to be honest. I'll be like, no, that looks like my move. Like not from you, but from other people. And I'm like, yeah, that looks like my move. But I always say like, okay, like how I got my move. It could have been like from anything, like you know, back of my head, like on YouTube and shit. So like I can't be the one saying like you're biting my moves, because like I probably bit someone's move by accident. Yeah. Or like I probably didn't even create the move. It was just there. Maybe it's like some moves that I thought I created, like really, and no one has it. But I don't know. Most of the moves for anybody, everyone's already done it, or like they've already done it and then they forgot about it, and then you're the one who just like happened to use it again, and kind of thing. Because like there's people, like there's OGs who've done already that move, and you just done it, and like yeah. So I don't wanna be the one who's saying like, oh, you bit my moves, because like, you know, everyone's like, you gotta have inspiration from somewhere. Definitely. Yeah. Just the main part is like, just to flip it and make it your own style, and evolve it.
Yeah, because you can't like I don't know. I feel like biting is like all good. Like in my opinion, I think it's all good if you evolve it. But sometimes like if you think about it too much, it almost stops you from being creative. Exactly. Because like I noticed like one time I was jamming with you, right? And it's like I do the heel thing. Like, you know, when I leave one foot on the floor and I pivot.
I think so.
Like I just leave, like I top rock and I leave one floor and then I pivot like around it.
Yeah.
That's what you do too sometimes.
Yeah, but like,
Bro, I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice I was doing it, and then I realized one time I was like, I think it was straight after like your round I did it. And I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? Like, it just happened, bro. Like I was just feeling it, and I was like, yo. Exactly. Like, oh shit! I just did it like right after his round, bro. What am I doing?
But that's what I mean. Like it's just like also I think Grub D from Christchurch does that, but like. I did that like I don't know when Grub did it. So I'm not saying he's a bite or anything on anything like that. So like I did that move like maybe like last year before I got injured, or like maybe when I went to Melbourne. So start of last year, so 2019 January or like late 2018. So I started doing that move, and then like yeah, you don't know when someone does that move, or you don't know when someone's created that move, and then like cause you know Ducky, right? Ducky from Korea.
I don't know Ducky.
But you know he's in New Zealand, right? Oh, you know, okay. There's this guy called Ducky.
Yeah.
He's famous. He created Drifters Crew.
Yeah.
So like.
I've heard of Drifters Crew.
Yeah. So he's the maker of Drifters Crew. He's in New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like as soon as he came to New Zealand and stuff, and I said hi and stuff, and got to know him, like I saw his Facebook. And yeah, there's the move that the heel move when you pivot around the heel. He does that too.
Oh.
So it's just like you just don't know who's like doing each move, because like Ducky might say to me like, "Oh, that's my move."
Yeah.
But then I was like, "But I don't even know once I made that move." So like you don't really know who's buying. You know, like yes, I feel like the most important thing is like if you're true to yourself, you'll be confident enough to show that on the floor. Because like if you know you bided it and everyone's calling you up, then like obviously you wouldn't want to use it. But if you know from your heart that like you kind of made it, or you like felt like you made it, you'll be confident enough to be like, yo, I made that myself. And if people call you out, just like one up it and they can't say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If people call you out, one up it.
One up it, bruh.
Alright, Daniel, this end of the podcast, so this is your time to like plug yourself, plug any of your socials, plug any projects you're working on, and yeah, that'll be us.
Projects, I don't know, no projects in it. I'm just trying to find what I want to do creatively, creatively, that's the word. That's the word. Yeah, because my first year doing in that creative journey, so I don't even know what I need to do. I don't know what projects I need to do. But if anyone wants to like kick it and make something, I'm happy to help out. And yeah,
where can they find you, bro?
They can find me at Instagram on 30Dan. I think IYAA 30Dan.
30Dan.
Yeah, and shout Andy for the podcast. Shout for the platform to
all good, bro.
Express my feelings.
Thanks for having me, and that's us. Thanks for joining us, guys, and then until next episode, peace.
Oh, shot G.
Yo, that was solid.